This is what you envision when you think about billionaires. But this is their reality. Today, I've been granted access to one of the greatest entrepreneurial minds of our generation. A man whose companies dominate artificial intelligence, quantum computing, social media, defense, and synthetic agriculture. The man who founded the Winstock Global Sup Fund, the Winstock Future for Me, and the Winstock Foundation for People Ruined by Winstock. A man many are calling the greatest man in the world. And he lives right here in our vicinity in Surrey. Oh, hi there, Mr. Winstock. Thank you for honouring us with this interview.
Please, call me Mr. Winstock. And of course, I think it's quintessential for people to understand that I'm just like them.
Mr. Winstock, you live here, under your friend's deck. Is that correct?
Yes, well, you know, people think success and wealth changes you, but I'm still just a normal bloke. In fact, I only own one spoon.
Fascinating. Doesn't your friend mind?
Oh no, not at all. See, I bought the whole county, washed it through 7 offshore banks, then sold it 10 more times, and donated it to my charity that I'm the sole shareholder of. And I made my friend the CFO, and he let me stay over free. He's a very nice chap, he is.
So humbling. Now I feel ashamed for my one studio flat above a kebab shop in Croydon.
Yeah, well, that happens a lot, you see. People see me on yachts in manors surrounded by all these beautiful women and supercars, while in fact, the cars are just devalued gifts from fallen politicians. The yachts are my registered rowboats at the charity that I run. And the women are just underprivileged supermodels that I sponsor from various third world countries. No, I live a very humble life, just me and my brain.
Brain. That ties into my next question. What do you do to switch off from work?
Oh, I don't really stop. In fact, I'm at work right now.
What?
Yeah, I'm projecting my consciousness into a board meeting. You see, I'm running 6 companies simultaneously.
What? No, that's not a thing.
Parallel cognition. It's something us billionaires do. It's quite difficult to keep a single mind at this level of genius.
Right.
See, some billionaires, they chase money. That's disgusting. I reinvest every penny into my companies that my political friends then evaluate at 10 times their normal value. I borrow against that, and I use the loans to invest into things like the Mega Mug.
Mega Mug!
Sadly, humanity wasn't ready for that. Took a big hit on that. Had to buy it with one of my other companies so the poor CEO doesn't get blamed for the catastrophe that happened there. Yeah, see, I'm very humble. I like helping people. Hello? Liquidate Belgium.
But surely you also relax sometimes. What do you do for fun?
Oh, I do. I like feeding ducks. Actually, I bought the entire Pacific Ocean, desalinated it, and turned it into a big duck pond.
Well, that must be quite a burden.
Oh, yes, it is, yeah. Another useless charitable asset of gajillions of metric tons of fresh water just sitting there. It's not like there's a water shortage coming. Anyway, I'm very anti-consumerism now.
Wow, that's very admirable of you.
Yes, that's why I bought all the essential manufacturing businesses and raised prices by 10,000% to make sure that people do not fall into the greediness trap. Yes, I'm very humble. I like helping people.
Wow, it must be hard living as such an outcast from society.
It's hard, you know. People point fingers. Look, it's Richie Rich. Or, where's your yacht millionaire, playboy? Or, Nice £2 million Rolex, you huge dong sexy billionaire. It's a company asset. I use it to tell time. No one ever asks how I feel about all this. I actually have less than £1 million to my name. Sure, I get a big payout from SIP, but I basically gave it all away.
Oh my god, that is so generous of you.
Don't you dare touch me, you peasant son of a. Do you know who I am?
I'm sorry.
Yes, I transferred the money into offshore hedge funds run by my mum, who's also my wife, and then set up a Peruvian charity supplying supercars for deprived people on the moon. Sadly, we're still looking for deprived moon people, so I'm keeping all 100 supercars in my garage for safekeeping, of course. I've sacrificed so much.
That's great, but I still got a few more questions.
You said we're stopping at the emotional part.
Sorry, mate. Last minute
Right,
change.
no? Okay, right. We'll see you get sacked later. Right, carry on.
It's public knowledge that you started your entrepreneurial endeavors in 1974 after receiving a $1 billion handout from your father.
Yeah, well, that's a common online myth, I assure you.
But your father confirmed.
A common online myth that's been debunked in my 8th autobiography. It was actually a joint acid redistribution in rare moon diamonds in reverse osmosis fiscal backwash. It's very basic stuff, really. I was actually the one loaning money to my father. Next question, please. Next question, please.
That makes any sense.
Next question, please.
Okay. Yes, people look up to you. What advice do you have for aspiring young entrepreneurs?
Start young. I was a multi-millionaire by the age of 6. My father paid me for discipline. Stop biting your nails. £250,000. Don't tell Mummy about Nanny Doris. £500,000. Kids today do not have any discipline.
But some people say it's not really work.
What?
Well, you were just handed money from your father for not...
Tom,
Yes?
that's called trust. My father trusted me with huge sums of money, and I trusted myself not to tell my mum. That's family, that's business, that's legacy.
Okay.
Children of today don't understand. They want everything handed to them.
You were handed
Opportunity.
money.
Opportunity money. For God's sake, everyone gets an allowance.
Right. So what is it like to be Mr. Winstock?
Well, in order to not alienate my fellow humans, I pretend wake up, even though I have been working in my dreams. Then I catch some bugs that I eat, and then I leave for work at 4 a.m. I walk, naturally, 70 miles.
70 miles
Yes.
every morning.
Unequivocally, yes.
What does that even mean?
It means... Okay? At 4:02, I start work.
After walking 70 miles in 2 minutes.
Are you hearing the words that I'm saying, Tom? Did I ever say that I'm bound by traditional pedestrian limitations?
Yes, but
I'm currently operating on 6 boards, 3 advisory councils, and 2 humanitarian incentives, and a private weather system.
a private weather system.
For farming, yes, I own the rain above several farms.
You own the rain.
Emotionally.
Mr. Winstock, I have to be honest. Some of these answers are becoming quite hard to follow. I'm just trying to understand.
No, Tom, you're trying to reduce greatness into tiny little pedestrian shapes your puny employee brain can comprehend.
I don't think...
I wake before time. I breakfast hardship. I commute through sacrifice. I hold civilization together with spreadsheets, instinct, and 7 phones registered to dead monks.
Dead monks. I think maybe we should...
No, just ask the question.
What question?
The question they all want you to ask. The little people, the mortgage people, the sandwich people, the holiday once a year, if the boiler holds out people.
I don't think they...
Mr. Winstock, how do you do it? How do you remain so grounded while carrying the weight of tomorrow on your exquisite, legally deniable shoulders?
I'll tell you how. I don't sleep. I outsource sleep. I don't eat. I acquire nutrients through market manipulation. I don't own things. Things arrange themselves around me out of respect. I don't exploit people. I unlock their potential to accept less. I don't hoard wealth. I protect money from the psychological damage of being spent badly by the poor. Do you know what genius is, Tom? Genius is seeing a hospital and thinking subscription model. Genius is seeing drinking water and thinking brand partnership. Genius is seeing a child and thinking future unpaid ambassador. Genius is turning 1 billion into 100 billion, borrowing against those billions and then donating the debt, giving it to yourself as a charity asset, naming the statue after yourself, and then still being brave enough to live under a dactyl.
But this whole thing sounds like a sham.
You're supposed to stick to the straight path.
Is that recording?
Please, no, Mr. Winstock.
I'm just like everybody else.